Okay, hello. We continue with the earlier lecture. We have started from the bit error rate, and we have defined that probability of 0 and probability of 1 when that probability of 0 is when we are having that bit 1 is transmitted, probability of 1 when we have misinterpreted a 0 is received. Okay, so we can say that when the probability of 0 and 1 is same, then we can find out it as having the value of half of that probability error. Earlier we have seen that variance, so we can have variance for the zeros and 1 for the given voltage levels B on and B off for your data. Next, so probability of error in terms of a Q factor we can obtain, and that probability of error in terms of Q factor, or we can say a BER in terms of a error function. So we can find out. So we are getting the equations in terms of error function for this probability of error and a Q factor there. Now the case of parameter in the probability of error, we say that Q parameter is defined in terms of what will be the threshold voltage for the case of 1, that bit is transmitted and 0 is transmitted there. So you can find out that Q factor in terms of threshold value, and this one we are having the B off, and this one is the variance. We can have a B on and a variance there. So we can find out exactly what will be the value of a Q factor there. So we can have B on minus B off divided by sigma on minus sigma on plus sigma on, and the error function in case of variation with respect to with respect to zeros and 1, we can find out this error function. Now we can see here the approximation for a given particular value of a probability of error. So now here the graph shows that BR versus Q factor, and here is this means about the approximation error function. We have dotted line, and this Q value is 0.99781, and the probability of error is 10 raised to power minus 9. Now the meaning of this probability of error 10 raised to power minus 9. So here this 10 raised probability of error is used as a standard for a transmission system. And we should know that what will be the signal to noise ratio. Now consider here a special case. We have a sigma off and sigma on, means we can have a variance for the bit 0 and 1 is equal to variance, and we consider that the voltage B off is equal to 0 and B on is equal to 1. From the equations we can find out the threshold value of voltage, that is V by 2. So then the probability of error in terms of variance we can calculate. We have 1 by 2, 1 minus error function V by 2 under 2 into sigma. Now V by sigma is nothing but a signal to RMS noise ratio. So that's why probability of error when we are having both variance are same and equal. So in that case 1 by 2 into 1 minus error function V by 2 under 2 sigma. That is about your probability of error. Now here the graph shows that probability of error in terms of error function. This one is about the bit error rate as a function of a signal to noise ratio when the standard deviations are equal and B off is equal to 0. Now bit error function defined in terms of signal to noise ratio. So this one we have P probability of error V by sigma is signal to noise ratio, V by sigma signal to noise ratio we can define. Now we can say that from this particular graph, so we have a limitations for the signal to noise ratio to identify that 1 and a 0. When pulse transmitted, if we are getting a signal to noise ratio above a given level, then it can be detected as 1. And a pulse transmitted and we are getting a signal to noise ratio below a given level, then it is to be detected as a 0. And that level from the given signal to noise ratio can be identified, and that level is called the threshold level for your transmission system. So this one we can have a bit error rate, and we can have that bit error rate, we say it is a function of a signal to noise ratio and a standard deviation. Next, for a given receiver, we need to identify that a sensitivity, or for a system, the performance value is to be obtained based on the what will be the bit error rate value. So this one given transmission link, so we need a BR value, as we say that in earlier example. 10 raised to the power minus 9 is a BR value is used for the transmission link, and BR says that what will be the noise variation or a noise present in the system there. And to achieve that BR for a given data rate, so we need some minimum average optical power level that must arrive at the detector. If that minimum value of power not received, not arrived at the detector, so then detector is not able to identify. Detector gives the output, but we are not able to identify that 1 and 0. And that minimum power level for a given receiver, it is called as a sensitivity. So it can respond for a given minimum power, and we are getting the response of the receiver. So that's why receiver sensitivity is nothing but a average of optical power incident on the photodetector. So that power incident on the detector, if there is 1 and 0, so there will be fluctuations of signal level on and off. So that's why we can find out a modulation scheme for the given source, and that modulation scheme defined in terms of the peak to peak current at the photodetector output. Some level is received, some power level is received, so there will be some detector current, and that receiver we can have the value of a BR. So sensitivity is nothing but what? A minimum power level received, and minimum power level received that maintain the maximum BR value at a specific data rate. Here we can say that worst case means what? What will be the exactly the minimum value for the given case. So we can identify a Q factor for the given sensitivity, and we can obtain what will be the power receiver sensitivity for a given data rate. So for a data rate, we should know that what will be the signal current when we are having the pulses 1 and 0 transmitted there. So when we are having pulses 1 and 0 are there, it is having the current 1 I1 and I0 respectively, and their corresponding noise variations are sigma 1 and sigma 0 respectively. And if you consider that there is no optical power, means we can have a 0 pulse. So in that case, Q is equal to I1 minus I0 by sigma 1 plus sigma 0. No pulse, we can have I0 is equal to 0, so we can have approximately I1 by sigma 1 plus sigma 0. We can obtain the receiver sensitivity from the average power contained in a bit period for a specific data rate. So sensitivity, P sensitivity, or you can have receiver sensitivity is equal to P1 by 2 in terms of a current I1 by twice of responsivity gain and a gain of the photodiode. Now that M is a gain of a photodiode, so we can have avalanche photodiode is considered here. So then f of M will come in a picture. Then a receiver sensitivity equation will change. So sensitivity is equal to Q of sigma 1 plus sigma 0 for the given value of a I1 divided by twice of Rm. So you can obtain the receiver sensitivity. We have considered that a zero pulse is there. If there is no optical amplifier, any fiber transmission link, so then a noise will be dominant. That noise are thermal noise and a short noise are dominant, and that affects our performance of a receiver. The thermal noise is independent of the input signal or incoming optical signal power, but a short noise, it depends upon the receiver power. We assume that there is no optical power, and if there is no optical power, this received zero pulse, the noise variations for 0 and 1 pulses are respectively that sigma 0 square and a sigma 1 square. So noise variance sigma 0 square, no pulses, it is independent of the optical power, so that's why it is a sigma t square. Sigma t is nothing but for the thermal value, and if there is a 1 pulse, sigma 1 square, that is variance, sigma noise variance, so you can have a thermal noise as well as the short noise. So we can find out what will be the short noise variance for a 1 pulse. So you can have a sigma short square is equal to twice of Q responsivity, then P1, then M square, F of M, and your electrical bandwidth BE. You can calculate it and solve it. We will get the sigma short square. Similarly, we can obtain a thermal noise variance. So that is sigma t square is equal to 4 kBT by RL and Fn into B by 2. That Fn is a function that is for a receiver sensitivity. Then substitute that sigma 1 and a sigma 0 in a receiver sensitivity equation. This one we have substitute this one into this equation, and solving for the receiver sensitivity will get that a sensitivity is equal to 1 by R into Q by M in bracket Q MF M F of M BQ by 2 plus sigma T. So we are getting a receiver sensitivity. So for that we should know that the value of what? Sigma T here and sigma 1 and sigma 0. So we can have a noise variance, or you can say that this F of N is nothing but a photodetector, photodiode noise figure, and B is nothing but, we can have B is nothing but electrical bandwidth, and F of M, that is about a noise figure for your data, that is for the avalanche photodiode receiver. Okay, this one we are having a noise figure, and this one is about your Fn is nothing but a noise of your amplifier. So we can have a receiver, and this one is about your noise amplifier. So we can calculate that the value of a receiver there, receiver sensitivity. Now this receiver sensitivity provides you the information of a signal level received or a minimum signal level received. Okay, that's all for this recessive.